and leadership on you when you enter the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a blessing that, junior and senior year at my previous school, I had those leadership, responsibilities and pressures. And, after you've been under pressure for a while, I wouldn't say you get used to it, but it's definitely something that you deal with. And when I was playing in Australia, I had a point guard, and she took me under her wing, and she told me pressure can bust pipes and make diamonds. It's what you want to do with this. So, there is a level of degree of pressure, but I'm completely confident and I'm capable. And he tells me that, and we put in the work. So, if I was nervous about it, I probably should practice more. I don't know, but I'm feeling good about it.
Take you right
In practice, we're really experimenting with some stuff, and she's looking great. She's taking that on really well. And Clara Strack, she's big, but she plays big. She's aggressive. She's mobile. She attacks the basket. And you bring in Clara Silver, and she's just the longest freshman I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, it's exciting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was in the Yum Center this past season when you came in and had your way.
Yep.
What can you say about being back in this state and under the Big Blue Nation and going up against Louisville later on the season?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I had a lot of familiarity with Louisville. I mean, you talked about last year, but we beat them in the tournament, ACC tournament, 2 years ago to win that. So a lot of good battles against Louisville. But obviously I'm on the better side now, so looking to beat them in the blue and white.
Well, how is Coach different this year than in the past, or is he?
It's he isn't different, but I must give him credit. It's a big move. You're bringing in brand new girls. You're in this new era of NIL. You move, relocate. It's a big move, and it's a lot of stress and a lot of pressure. And obviously, as successful as he is, and he's bringing in pieces, there's a lot going around him. So he has a lot of things to worry about and focus on. But he's been really good and really consistent with his energy, and that's all you can really ask for. He's taken a lot on his plate.
How much have you had to give your teammates to teach them about his style and to translate what he was trying to implement here that you already know?
I mean, a lot of his stuff is very, very, similar to what we have done in previous years, but like I've been saying, we brought in all these new pieces and stuff, so it's making them fit. But I mean, I would say every single day in practice in the locker room, I'm giving nuggets of information. Girls are asking me questions, especially when it comes to guard play. Obviously, I think I can have a lot more control in pick and roll situations, but I have to be more verbal when it comes to the guards, especially when we have D-Law on the perimeter, trying to set her up for open threes. So yeah, I would say daily it's conversations, it's back and forth, it's people are trying to pick my brain, and I'm trying to give them as much information as I can.
I was going to say, how much of the makeup and the different skill sets of this team fit the system that Brooks wants to run?
Beautifully. That's why he recruits them. We're players, but we're pieces to fit his program and his system. Obviously, if you're a great shooter, you're going to hit down shots. It spreads the floor, and it gives our bigs space to work with. So he's very much recruited the pieces to fit his system.
He called you a monster at point guard. What does that mean when he says that?
A monster. I'm taking that as endearment.
Yes, it was.
I'm kidding. I mean, I've had a lot of experience in that position, and he's just absolutely projected me as well. The time and effort he's put into me and taught me. It's. I know I've grown, but there's never a level of satisfaction or settling. So I think, the desire to just make my teammates better. And I mean, the first 2 weeks of practice, I was frustrated with everything because I was just trying to figure everything out and trying to grow. So I guess that's the most I'm just a bit crazy and want to be perfect.
Something I've seen you do as good as anybody is that no look behind the back pass. What goes into a good one of those? Is that something that makes you comfortable? How comfortable are you doing it? How have you gotten comfortable?
Yeah, I would say a lot of my comfortable. I mean, to be comfortable, you have to practice it, and I think, I would say in practice, I'm talking to Coach Brooks, he's given the confidence in me to, try out those things, especially in practice, I would say my leash is pretty long when it comes to experimenting, and, he gives me the capabilities and freedoms. We watch film, and I do a pass, and he's like, that's great, but what else can you do? So it's always learning on top of that, but I would just say being aggressive on offense can just open up a whole array of
toss emotions, really.
In addition to calling you a monster.
We have maybe two practices to do. But it was big, it was big areas I had to learn. Like how can I get the people to also take that sport.
Within the portal and following the season to Kentucky, was it kind of like a no-brainer, or was there any options like truly?
No, it was a no-brainer, and then it took me a minute to make that decision to, hop in the portal and follow him. But I mean, I love him. I was never he's developed. He's had patience with me. He's seen the best days and the worst days with me. So really, go elsewhere.
Were you surprised by the backlash?
You know what? It's just the nature of college sports, and I think, especially being international, like the Americans and their fans, it's crazy. So I did expect it. It's just a bit that just affects me. It is what it is.
Are you excited about Big Blue Madness?
I am. Never had the opportunity to do something like that.
What are you looking forward to the most?
Honestly, just it's been such like a hard summer, practicing, working out, so we can get to fun. It'll be really the first time that I put that in.
Do you have any personal or team goals for the season?
Yeah, I mean, just to develop. That's why I stayed in college, and that's what I'm doing. Just develop mentally, learn the skills, and I don't want this to be a